Hello everyone, how are we doing? Hope you're all doing well. We are just booting up the game at the moment, so we shall just wait a minute for that to arrive. I'm waiting for Argsy, who's sorting his settings out as well. First things first, we always like to check this. Can you hear me? I can hear you, which is a good sign. Right, let me just turn my Discord on now. Can everybody hear Argsy as well? And then we'll know, because I can hear Args nicely in my ears.
My microphone's not working in my game, in my Discord. OBS. Typically.
You've got to love it. You have got to love it, haven't you? I'm synchronizing data with players. Do you know what? I'm going to jump to my synchronization screen. Mrs. Professor, thank you kindly. Oh, we can hear you, Args. No, we can't hear you now. Args has gone dark on us. He was there and then he's not. So, yeah, a few technical issues. It's been a while since we've done this, so we don't really know what we're doing anymore, I don't think. It's all good, though. How is everybody? Hope we're all doing well. It is a nice Saturday evening for a bit of Logging League, isn't it? So, I could just do with synchronizing some players and getting into the game. I do not look like that. Wow. I'm going to change my outfit. Look a bit of a mess. Hang on a second. You can watch me doing this bit, can't you? Go. I do not have a good head of hair like that, it's safe to say. Well, let's sort that. The buzz cut I am also not really that colour. Let's go with the old Logging League hat as well. Bit of blue on the front of that. There we go, confirm. The Logging League Christmas Cup, we're in. Still waiting on Arg sorting his stuff out, so I'm going to just let the game load in. Crikey, it has been so long since we've done this. Jorin, that was a Lazy Goat, but it appears to have not been working anymore, which is frustrating. I think they maybe changed something, YouTube have changed something that stops people from doing that, so we'll wait for Args to sort his audio out. But we've got a kind of, it's different. It's a wholesale change from the Logging League last season. So what we're going to do is talk you through it. Maybe a bit of a precursor for the next season as well, for season 2. So we'll have a little bit of a play and see where we get to. So team stage 1. Camera cars, I'll join in those and I'll tab over. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. And I should be able to tab over to where everybody is waiting. Now I'm confused. I think I'm going to go to where team stage 1 is. I thought we had new courses. We do. We have a whole new different way of doing things, and I'm totally lost. Let's find out where everybody is on the map, and I will go and join them. Yeah, we have a collection of stuff lying around here. So, who's here? There we go. Quickest way to get there. There we go, look at them. Standing, waiting and everything. I've lost Argsy's camera now as well. It's all going horribly wrong. How am I finding the farm stick? I am loving the farm stick surround. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, no, big fan of that. Really, really good. Yeah, Sharp Farmer and Args just waiting to turn up. So we've got a few changes coming. So we are using the same courses just now. But we are going to do things a little bit differently. We're not going to use containers anymore. We're going to use trailers. So it's just going to be the fastest to load a trailer. Games are going to be capped at 10 minutes. So keeping things a little bit shorter, and we should be able to get through quite a few games. So it should be quite good fun. Did I see? FSG, you want me to walk you through the new finish? Yes, let's do that. If you feel like jumping on comms, you can walk us through it as well.
There he is. No problem jumping onto comms. So.
The man behind the whole thing. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
Very well, very well. You fancy jumping up to the mill, just to the original kind of selling area beside the trucks? That'd be great.
I've just jumped into a truck, and you can see we've got the Flegel trailers here rather than the containers of Season 1. But yes, I'm up here.
So the way that we're going to do it this time around, just until we get the new courses implemented on a couple of the maps that we're trialing just now, we're going to be selling the logs in the mill pond behind the mill. Just because the way the triggers work at the moment, we can only have one truck at a time selling their timber, or else everyone's timber gets sold in one lump sum.
Interesting.
So what's going to happen is there's going to be essentially a finish area, which is pretty much just this area right slap bang where I am just now. Anywhere in this general vicinity is where I'll stop the timer. Once they're in here, their load is kind of secure, it's safe, and I'll direct them down to sell one at a time just to avoid any complications.
So basically, anywhere in between the railway tracks?
Essentially, yeah. Anywhere where you're standing just now. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I like it.
And then other than that, you know about the whole 10 minutes and the penalty workout, so I'll let you discuss that, and I'll get back to dealing with these guys.
All right. Yes, so same penalty rules apply. If you're over time, over the 10 minutes and you arrive, you get a time penalty, and obviously you get time penalties based on volume of logs in your trailer as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's a little bit of it's a test. It's a test game really to try some new ideas and try some new stuff out ahead of Season 2. So yeah, there's our new sell area. So bear with me just a second. I think Args is having a few technical issues, but he may be back now. Oh, I can hear you now, Args. Yep.
Give me 2 minutes. I've got to redo all of this stuff.
That's all good.
Get everything up. I think it's... Do you know what I think it is? I think it's that PCI USB card I put in.
Oh, you've got a duffer.
It was running fine, and then, you know, I said to you the other day that the joystick wouldn't work.
Yep.
For me. Yeah.
That could be the reason.
Anyhow.
There you go. Well, everybody's happily getting introduced to the courses here, and Hamish has done a little guest appearance to tell us what's happening. So I think we're just as soon as you're ready, mate, we're good to go. I probably need your new video link as well for your cat.
Right. Yes, you probably will.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have to update it live, which is fine. Which is fine. So yes, we are ditching the containers. I know we had a few challenges with the containers in the last series, so we are going a little bit more old school here. Legal trailers, and I think it kind of adds an element of the unknown, if you know what I mean. That we don't know exactly how many logs people have got on the value of them on a trailer at any one time. People can take the option to go a little bit less, but get up to the sell point quickly, or they can really load their trailer up and try and maximize the time they've got. You know, and if you get over the line in 9 minutes 59 seconds with a heavy trailer load, you're in a good position. I didn't need to update your video.
Right.
No,
you didn't. The link worked. So.
You've got double audio again, though, mate. I just switched my mic off on Video Ninja.
Yeah, I've done that.
There you go. We're here. Yes, that's perfect.
Slowly getting there.
Hey, wouldn't be a live stream without a few technical glitches, would it?
No, that's right. That's right. Okay, so is that stream back up for me then? I'm just logging into the game. All right, I am in the game.
Hurrah! I can't remember the password for the admin, so I'm going to have to deal without it.
Right.
And hope for the best.
I can DM it to you if you'd like.
Yes, please. That would be great.
Right, we're back. Chinook. Yep, got audio now, Dazed. Awesome. Thank you very much.
There's nothing more stressful than kicking off a stream and then something technical goes wrong and
100%.
trying to solve the issue on the fly and yeah, everything else that goes with it. Oh, it was close,
Right.
Args.
So which course are we starting out
on? Good question. I think we're going to do a trios game first.
Seeing everyone's set up. No, teams one. Teams one up on the side of the hill.
Yes, beg your pardon. I was already there, actually. Yeah, I should have known that. Good evening, Mr. DJ Goham. Yeah, what is it without a little technical intervention? There we go. I'm going to set my FOV to something a little bit more telly-like. There we go. Pinnacle is ready.
Everyone's ready. I am at the stage. We are ready to go.
And relax.
Heart rate.
We're only a quarter of an hour late starting. That's fine.
Is 9:15 in the morning too early for a beer?
No.
I feel like I need one.
Definitely not.
All right. I am good to go.
Yeah, DJ, you don't work on a Saturday. Right. We are good to go. Changing a few settings. There we go.
Hey, DJ, how you doing, mate? All right, we're on to starters orders. So for everyone in my stream, if you didn't hear from FSG's side, we've made a few changes. The main one being we're using logging trailers. And the teams have a 10-minute limit. So you'll see the timer in the top corner is counting down from 10 minutes. And so we are trying to sell, or their aim is to load up and sell as many as they can in that 10-minute period. Any time over that is a little bit of a penalty for them. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Looking forward to it.
Certainly, certainly. And we are using the existing courses, but I think for Logging League Season 2 proper, we will have completely new courses. So we are testing a few new ideas here and seeing what works well.
That's right. It does give the opportunity, actually, if you think about it, to use different maps, use mod maps, or go completely differently, go somewhere bigger or different.
Champions. Yeah, no, definitely. Why my name?
Yeah, so game one here is Pinnacle Loggers, who are our Season 1 champions, team champions, up against the might of the Farming Simulator League from Power Team Esports.
And for some reason, I haven't got my names showing up, even though I've just switched them on, but we'll let that slide for now. Ah, yes. Thank you, Args. There we go. There we go. I've got Valo and El Papito on the right-hand side here.
I think I'm on it. I thought I was going to get kicked out of the server, but I'm just getting some lag. There we go.
Gaming with James and Keg on the other side. Oh, Gaming with James has just left the server.
Not sure if everyone else has experienced the lag on the server or not, but I definitely am.
I'm watching Velo and El Papito maybe having a little bit of a struggle too. Oh, yeah, we're going to pause the game. Just kind of work out what's going on. I think Keg's maybe stuck as well. There we go. It's a good start.
It's a good start, isn't it?
only up from here.
Mm.
Only up from here. So yes, at the same time as the guys are starting to cut the trees down here, the two truck drivers will be coming down from the sawmill with the trucks. So as we were in the last round.
Game 2.
And I think we might be losing this server at some point. Yep, there we go.
Did it go for everyone?
Go, right. Let's go back to the intermission screen so we can hide the carnage in the background. And that's what you do for getting Christmas stuff on the 2nd of December. Yeah.
That's very true. Very true. At least we waited to December.
Yes, true.
We could just make this into a little bit of a podcast. Might have to be.
Oh, we should, didn't we? We should call it
Argsy and FSG chatting.
FarmSim Muse, where we muse about things in FarmSim.
We should.
Ah, dear. Technical issues. Love it.
Yeah, gotta love it. Right, we'll just have to find out if we're going back onto that server and restarting all of it. Should we just cancel this for the next 20 minutes and restart on the hour again?
Yeah, everybody go away.
Just forget about the last 20 minutes.
Get a strong drink and come back. Right, I'm going back into server 1 just to see if it lets me in.
Okay. I must admit I was having issues logging into it pre-game, so let's see what happens.
I don't watch Bruce Wilson Joey, but I feel like I want to now. That sounds interesting.
This is the punishment we get for scheduling logging league at the same time Newcastle and Me and You playing.
Yes, that
you
was
you and I are butting heads on this one, aren't we?
Brilliantly organised again. I've done it about 5 times with Formula 1 Grand Prix this year, and now, yeah. Right.
Trying to connect.
I am sitting on 99% here, so I don't think it's going that well.
No, you've got further than me. I'm only on 0.
So what should we talk about, Args, while we're waiting for the servers to kick in?
Well, I don't know. Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Farming Simulator Year 2 has finished.
Yeah.
Year 2 Pass is finished. We've got the premium expansion. What's happening next year? Crystal ball gazing. What's happening for 2024?
I think we may not get a season pass, and we may get maybe 3 or 4 DLCs over the course of the year, culminating in the next version of the game coming out in November, which means that they will probably announce it. When did they announce it last time? March time?
April.
March, April,
May.
March, April. A good look at it at FarmCon, and then back to a launch date in September, November.
November. Be interesting.
That's my thought. What do you think? What do you think, Args? Different? Similar?
No, I didn't think different. I thought similar. I thought if they were going to do a Year 3 season pass, we'd know about it by now because it'd be a great Christmas present for people. The season pass. So I don't think we're going to see one next year. But it will be interesting to see what we see through a DLC. Daze just mentioned there, we'll get those. There's a few new machines coming from Agritechnica. We've seen a few.
That's right. Yeah, we've got lots of
11, the Massey Ferguson,
the 9S.
9S. Obviously, DJ spotted that wrapping company, silage wrap, that said they were a future FarmSim partner. So, I mean, I'm assuming there'd be a tie in there somewhere.
Well, I wonder if do you think there may be something to do with straw harvest?
Well, I was just about to say that actually. It made me think about that because straw harvest has been teased a few times.
Yeah. I wonder if they're doing something like that.
Was that at Agritechnica where the Crone guys had straw harvest on there? Stand?
Yeah. So interesting.
Interesting. Yes.
I'm not getting into the server.
Yeah, no, I've just been booted and disconnected. So
I'm stuck in between. I wonder if we swap to server 2. I can't see our chat window, so.
No, I was just looking in Discord to see if Hamish had suggested anything.
You don't think Straw Harvest will be a paid DLC? I think that's fair, because it wasn't in 19, was it, DJ? It's not big enough, really, is it? Oh, I'm in.
You're in? Okay.
Out of the blue.
There's 8 people in there, so maybe it was just me struggling. Maybe it's my Kiwi internet that's dragging everyone else down.
Don't like to say. Don't like to single you out.
Straw Harvest, though. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't paid, but at the same time, they managed to get their manure. Not manure system, but the pumps and hoses is a paid DLC. So
that's right. Yeah. So we shall see.
If they were to expand on it significantly from 19, you might be able to justify charging for it.
Yeah. I mean, there was quite a lot of kit in it, wasn't there? There was, a decent baler and the sled and all of that stuff. So
yeah, the pallet producing
and nice to see manure system back as well. Quite pleased to see that.
Yeah, I haven't had to play around with it yet. But.
Neither have I. There's somebody's come up with quite a nice little add-on to Court Farms where you can make it manure system ready. Right. I've installed that, but I haven't played with it yet. Same machine, and it's only base game stuff at the moment, isn't it?
Yep.
Until the.
Yeah, it is. Until people. Oh, I'm in. I am here as well.
Right. Oh, I was in, and now I can't move my mouse or anything. Yeah, I'm good. Let's make an exec decision and flip over to server 2 because I think I'm going to get kicked anyway. Oh, deep joy! I'm going to reduce them to 5-minute games. People literally getting one tree.
Yeah, you're not wrong. My ping's sitting at 230,
Yeah.
300, and
everybody's left the server. Right, server 2 it is.
Yeah, Hamish has made a decision. Wonder if he needs to load up, or we're going to change our running order, because he'll have that one set up for something else. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Scorp, nice to see you.
Oh, Scorp's in here too. Hello, mate. Nice to see you.
I see Lego some of the Technic sets for next year have been leaked or announced. And there's a little John Deere forager harvester.
Oh, is there? Very nice.
Similar size to the little 9R tractor.
Okay.
I'm not convinced it just doesn't have the detail. I don't know. It looks a bit
on the small side.
Childish would probably be the best description for it. It's obviously aimed at the younger Lego audience than the adult fans. AFOLs, adult fans of Lego. Scorp's wife wants to put Christmassy stuff outside, so just stopping in to say hello. We'll just see what's going to happen here. Okay, actually, I'll be able to have a look in the server list and see if anyone's joined the other server yet.
Scooter's trying to build a server. Jeez. You want to sponsor Logging League, Scooter?
Right. I think he must have taken the server down to set up the saves.
Right.
See the list. Yep. So we'll just wait.
These are the things that are sent to try us, people. So apologies for the delay. But hopefully we'll be back online very soon. What else can we talk about, Args?
Well, so tell me about what are your plans for Christmas?
What are my plans for Christmas? I'm very much looking forward to having some time at home. We're not going to go anywhere. We're not visiting family or anything. We've been incredibly selfish because it's been such a manic year, and we're just going to have a nice quiet Christmas at home with the 4 of us. So that'll be good. 5 of us if you count the dog.
True. Can't forget the dog.
No
trouble.
Can't forget the dog. The dog was in here. The dog's gone.
We're similar. I think we're having Christmas at my brother's and then going to head north and spend a bit of time at the lake.
Nice.
So
very nice. I'm ready for a rest. I am ready for a rest, it's fair to say.
I had my rest last week off on school camp for a few days, but it wasn't very restful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure how restful that is, right?
It wasn't bad. It was the seniors at my son's primary school. It's their last sort of couple of weeks of school together, so that's kind of just a pretty relaxed camp.
Nice little bonding session. Nice.
But I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
Just feeling it a bit. Hey, Digging Ditches, thank you for that membership. Appreciate it, mate. Doing all right if we can get members to join while we're sitting here talking.
I know, right? How do you update an auto-drive course to a server? You download the game save, Scooter. You add the auto-drive course in, and then you re-upload the same save game. So in the Giants interface, just download the latest version of the most recent save. No worries, mate. Lego did a perfect job in getting adults to spend thousands on collectibles, lol. We have a room of Harry Potter Lego my wife has done. Strody. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's like, I was we've got a new Lego store in Edinburgh actually, and they do a really good job of building everything. Look at Args flexing with his logging kit. Very nice, mate. Don't make me go and get my Land Rover, which is behind me on the shelf.
Yeah. That's what you do on live streams on a Wednesday night, is build a John Deere skidder.
That's right, yeah. That is right. Right, we are just waiting for a thumbs up from Hamish so that we can jump on the server. And we
Looks like people are joining server number 2. So
right, okay, 2 out of 10, yeah. Right, let's give it a go. Evening, Tarax, how are you?
We'll see how timing goes. We may have to adjust the number of matches we have.
Yes, tonight. I think we might have to. We don't want to keep you here all night.
At the same time, we want to make sure all of those participants who have turned up to partake in an event do get a good shot.
At least get a game, yeah. For sure.
Joran off. Joran's off on a cruise. You're leaving for Stockholm to do a cruise. Sabaton, 2 nights of heavy metal on a boat between Sweden and Estonia.
Oh my god. That sounds brilliant.
Hey, David, good morning, mate. Right. That one's loaded in infinitely quicker than the rest of them.
Incredibly quickly, that did, didn't it? So,
yeah.
Holding out hope that we might get some action now. And if you want to watch both streams simultaneously, make sure you're got them both loaded up. So unfortunately, Lazy Goat isn't working like it used to, which is a shame because that was a great solution. Oh, we're synchronizing again.
I had a look into that, but I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't working because everything suggested it should.
Yeah. So what else to add to the bugs list?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. People are in. People are moving. I can see modern logging. Let's do that.
No jumping. You're still noticing that broken tibia. Good to hear it's healing nicely, though, Joran. I'm doing good, Isaac. Doing good. As good as I can be for sitting here for half an hour and actually having achieved absolutely nothing except for a good chat with FSG and trying to troubleshoot about 1 million different IT issues all at the same time.
There we are. Right. Let's jump over to Team Stage 2. Go. Go. Not here. There we are. Different course. Different course. We're still sinking a few people in. Moonwalking on the handrail's impressive. That was good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Argsy. Saying good morning to you and I. She's away this weekend. I've had a girls' weekend up in Taranaki. So.
Hello, Mrs.
Tuning in
Argsy.
to say hello.
Hungover, probably.
Possibly. Right, there we go. We're flying.
Right, let's get everything sorted.
Right, are we back at the same venue and restarting?
No, we're going to go down to the second course, down at the bottom.
Right, round 6. Team Stage 2 technical visit.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Hamish. So I should be able to go to that screen and actually show you some of the...
There we go.
Map.
Let the map load in. Here are our players for the night as well. I should have shown you this before. So first round is going to be... Oh, we're doing solos at the moment. We're going to go for the team stuff first. So Pinnacle Loggers, the reigning Logging League champions, versus Power Team Esports. So...
We must have jumped forward to the third of the team matches, haven't we?
Wood Malone, Cannonball Alex, and I am now confused.
Modern. So this is modern logging, I think.
Yes, modern logging.
So that's the only way you can talk to Argsy now, Mrs. Actual. She actually video called me about 5-10 minutes ago. I had to pass my phone off to the sun. Both.
That's a risky tactic.
It is. Hey Valo, how you done? Thanks for hanging with us, mate. Apologies for the issues on the server there. Much better though that we have them now and learn from these than if it was something that had a little bit more serious meaning to it.
Right, that's right. I think we're going to split servers next year as well. We've talked about that, haven't we, for next season? So European players can play on European servers and US players can play on US servers. And obviously we'll have to mix it at some point, but certainly in the earlier rounds we can divvy things up a bit.
That's right. Just trying to make some improvements there for that.
Right. Are we going to get ourselves a game of Login League? I thought you had a Santa suit on then, Args, but it's just red. The red outfit.
Oh, it was a deliberate choice of red and white. The beanie. Sharp can't connect. Methy Boys taking place until I can restart. Okay.
Okay, no worries. So.
Yep. No, I've got the Logging League hoodie on, the white shorts, red shoes, and red hat. Very
nice. A good look.
No one blinks so the first servers don't blow up. That's it, days. Yeah, I'm going to blame Fortnite. I'm going to blame Fortnite for all the millions of people who've been trying to watch and join the live event this morning, hogging half the world's bandwidth.
I watched it though. It was quite good, isn't it? It's amazing what they can do with that game.
It's amazing what they can do in it. Yeah.
Tech behind that game is special. The FSG Argsy versus Hamish League. It'll happen. We'll do it. We'll definitely. I don't mind doing a demonstration match. Somebody's got to come third, so I should really offer to do that. So we are just waiting for one more player to join us. That is who is it? Who's joining? Methy.
Methy Boy's going to join in.
Methy's going to jump in to help out where Sharp Farmer can't log in. So
I was getting some compliments on my Mo in game. I'm assuming my in-game one might and this wispy facial hair I've got going on.
El Pepito, nice to see you, sir. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Glad you came back for another season. That's fantastic.
The Astragon boys are all very keen to be involved as well again. They couldn't make it this weekend. I think it might have actually been one of their birthdays. So. So we don't quite have the challenge of loading a container over the fences that we had previously on this one.
No, that should make things a little bit quicker as well. Yeah.
Yeah, putting the semi in a position where they have to take a little bit of time manoeuvring it out. It'd be
impressive,
interesting actually to see.
Synchronized tower of people. Yeah. Modern logging guys. Have you seen this, Args? Well, you can't see it now because they're synchronizing.
Can't see it at this.
Modern logging are also part of Cirque du Soleil, it would appear.
Oh, look at that. And in fact, when they all crouch, they can float.
Hello, Mr. Junt. How are you? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you.
Some interesting person stacking.
Right, Methy is now in the server. He will just be heading over, and there he is. Here's the man himself. You can tell he's a sub because he's not in the right gear, but I'll turn a blind eye to that. Right.
Well, it's only taken us 37 minutes, but I think we might be in position to actually start a match.
Just a little bit later than we thought we would, but we're here and we can go.
Hopefully get through it. All right. for Hamish to give them the all okay and get into it. Be interesting to see how they play this out. Starters orders, I hope. So do I. So do I.
Right. In just a couple of seconds, Hamish will give the guys the nod and we'll be off. Oh, a little bit creeping there from modern logging.
They're trying to judge the 3, 2, 1 go.
There we are. And we're off. Finally, we are off. Nice to see.
Let's just cross our fingers we can make it past a minute and a half. Dave's just comparing it to the day 1 of the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. They can't.
And we all know how that ended up. A pretty impressive race.
It was in the end, wasn't it? So interesting tactic there. Modern logging holding back to let Watermelon in first. Because obviously the tree cutter is going to be the first machine that's going to be used in anger, so makes total sense. Very level pegging here.
I'm intrigued to see how these trucks go with getting in this access way. We know we had trouble with them with the bigger trailers, but it's like these logging trailers might be a bit more manoeuvrable.
I think they may be a little bit shorter.
Yeah, Alex has just got through there without any issues.
So the other question is now, Args, do you go for 6-meter logs, 12-meter logs, or somewhere in between? What is the optimal length now? Because obviously there's a cash element to this as well, isn't there?
There is. I was interested to see what teams do. I was, personally, I'm almost intrigued to see if someone would go and just cut down a tree and leave it full length and just try and get as many logs on as they could.
So interesting already, I think. Well, maybe they haven't. I was thinking that Keg and Gaming with James had gone for slightly longer logs, but everybody's playing maybe the 6-meter game here.
Yeah, they do look a bit longer to me.
Yeah, maybe they are. We'll know when they're on the trailer.
We will. They're cutting the taller trees down into 2 rather than 3.
Gaming with James and Methy.
So we're going to have to keep a little bit of an eye on the timer. From memory, is it about a 1.5 minute drive from here? So we're we're already 2.5 minutes into the challenge, so we'll and see how quickly at what time they leave and decide to head off.
That's right, and it's the financial penalty for being over time is quite a lot. It's $1,000 per minute, I think.
I think so. It's kind of fluid at the moment as we try and figure out what the optimum is.
Yeah. No, we're definitely longer here, longer logs. We're taking the full length of the trailer here. Whereas I think certainly that first tree that Alex and Modern Logging loaded up was shorter, so they're definitely running slightly shorter logs. So this will be interesting. If they get both relatively full trucks, it's going to be interesting to see if there is any noticeable difference in price.
That's right. That's right. Modern Logging's got a good stack of logs here from Watermelon to load up, so
got himself in a perfect position there, hasn't he?
He has. It's nice to watch, actually, watching these guys work. Added element, though, that you are working with logs that are already on the trailer, so it doesn't just get dragged in like the container did. So
that's right. Yeah, you've got to be slightly more organised. Gaming with James got 2 trees here together. Got the remnants of the first tree just under Gaming with James's wheels there, which is not ideal, but he's making it work.
And a bit more working together there with Methy Boy and Gaming with James, which is impressive. Methy just coming in as a substitute to help them out. It's working together quite nicely.
James taking his time to get that lined up nicely before he drops it.
Just enjoying watching Modern Logging here with the Volvo loader. He's doing a great job. So we're almost at the halfway point, getting down towards that 5-minute mark. We will see. Teams having to start thinking about loading up and heading off. Interesting, actually. I'm just looking over at Methy Boy. His trailer looks quite full already. There's a good chance they could actually get a full trailer and get off early, or get to the point where they just keep sitting on and seeing how high they can get on top.
That's right. And Methy Boy's constantly watching where James is and making sure he's in the perfect position so that he can just throw the logs in as quickly as he can, which is impressive. I'm also interested to know what people think watching this as well. Did they like the idea of this slightly more, I guess it's unknown. It's totally unknown until you hit the end of the the game, which is quite nice. Not a foregone conclusion.
There's a few more variables, you know, like say the length of the log, the number of logs. It's not just a fill a container and go where we know whether the container's full or not.
Exactly, and now with the time limit as well, it makes things interesting.
Yep. Just worth pointing out that while we have a timer on our screens, the teams obviously don't, so they're relying on Hamish there with that 5-minute warning to tell them at what point they are at, so they can make judgments on when they want to start departing. See a couple of time warnings pop up there for them.
Well, modern logging, Cannonball Alex and Watermelon have got a nice full trailer load here as well, but slightly shorter logs.
It's a good point Dave's just made around the requirement to have to stack the logs well, or it could be an unstable load on the drive.
That's right, yep.
Which will also be interesting. Because if you roll over your truck or get your truck stuck, and we've seen some incidents previously, that will count against you because you'll be running over time before you know it.
Yes, indeed, and even things like decisions on you know how many axles you run on each truck. We saw issues there in the first year, didn't we? That people were having with the more axles and the different kind of varying terrain. Ended up you could get stuck a little bit more easily.
Yes, David, that's one of the big changes we've made. It kind of actually became a bit of a request from some of the players too. They like the idea of using the logging trucks rather than the containers. So it gives a lot more flexibility and that to it as well. So we're down to just on 3 minutes to go. So I think we're going to get to the pointy end here soon, where we're going to see these trucks heading off and getting down to the sell point. Now, I don't know if you explained at the start, FSG, you probably did, but they don't have to sell the logs. They just have to get to a finish point. That's to avoid them selling logs at the same time and not knowing which load was which. So they get to a finish point, and then after the 10 minutes is up, or after both trailers are there, we'll go through and sell them individually to see what the values are.
That's right, yeah. Now we had a little bit of an issue here. The next tree that Kegarino was cutting down, and as he was stripping it, he was pushing the log pile that Gaming with James had just picked up. So it slowed them down a little bit there.
So Watermelon is out of his logging unit, and Cannonball Alex is off and heading down. Looks like Methy Boy might be doing the same. So we're getting down to just short of 2 minutes. And Cannonball's got caught on the fence getting out.
Oh, interesting. Methy Boy's reversing Args. They're going for a few more logs before the end. So they're going to cut this as close as they can to the 10 minutes.
We remember they are the ones who have masterminded the river route, but Methy Boy won't be familiar with that. Cannonball Alex is out. He has 1 minute and 50 seconds to get down to the sawmill. So I'm going to follow him down with FSG. I'll leave you here with the Pinnacle Loggers.
No,
and Cannonball Alex has rolled. We've seen it already. The risk here versus the reward. That's going to be them out.
Well, Methy Boy's actually lost some logs on the way out as well. He's got a log caught under his axles of his trailer as well. So he's really struggling to move here.
And this is exactly what Dave was just saying. All of this is just one of those risks you have to take.
Yeah. Oh no! Methy Boy's reversing. They're going for more logs now. Maybe they've heard on the grapevine that that Watermelon has rolled, so they're going for extra logs here.
Cannonball Alex has disconnected the truck to try and get the trailer rolled back up. No luck just yet. See, Modern Logging's bringing the wheel load or the excavator, the loader out to try and see if he can right it as well.
Interestingly, that is Methy Boy leaving with just 40 seconds left, so they're willing to take a bit of a time penalty. Oh, Methy Boy's about to roll his truck too! Oh, this is something new, that these Flegel trailers are clearly very, very high centre of gravity. So Methy Boy's has rolled as well, but he has rolled in the chicane coming out of the arena, so this changes everything. This is really interesting now, Args. We have got 2 trucks on their side. Kegarino and Gaming with James both trying to use their machines to right the truck, and the same outside.
Modern Logging's just done a great job grabbing a log, picking the whole trailer up, and they're back up on their wheels.
I think Gaming with James is going for a similar idea here. Let's see how they get on with this, but actually,
this is all,
wow.
This is all part of why we wanted to test it as well. These are, things we haven't done, things we wanted to find out what happened for these guys and give them a chance to learn from it as well, get some feedback from the teams, what they think.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, these guys are struggling here. Again, I think the high lift actually probably not the optimal tool in this circumstance.
Right.
With the log grab on the excavator, being able to pick up the one log might have been a better solution. So the reigning logging league champions Args are in all kinds of trouble here. All kinds of trouble here.
Definitely taking these corners much more gingerly now that he is aware of the risk. And I'm sure the other teams that will be coming in soon, particularly the solos, because the solos won't have that help to be able to get equipment out as quickly, will be taking note here of what the risks are.
I know these. I know certainly the modern logging guys and the Pinnacle loggers have voice comms on, so they're talking to each other while they're playing. So I'd love to hear the conversations right now.
Alex is on the main road heading down towards the sawmill. So he will be going down there soon, and they will definitely be there finished first.
Although all is not lost, is it? Because they could right this truck relatively quickly. They have got some premium logs on here. And look at that. Modern Logging coming to help the other team in their hour of need. That is great sportsmanship.
Cannibal Alex is well and truly on his way. He's just getting up to the bridges. There's a little bit of a wobble there. Of course, traffic and everything comes into play now. A car being in the way at the wrong time cause just as many issues. We're just looking at him heading up here towards the finish line.
Well, they've detached the truck here, Args. They're still trying to right the trailer. They can't get the trailer over onto its wheels again. Both Methy Boy and Modern Logging having a little bit of a go at it here to try and right it. Methy Boy, oh, he almost had it there. Again, yes, the high lift is not the most ideal tool for doing this. So
Alex has arrived down at the sell point. Of course, different sell point too for wood, loose wood versus the containers.
Yes, of course, yeah. Oh, this is torture to watch. They're doing a fantastic job, but it must be so frustrating for them.
On my way down there to have a look as well.
Oh, Methy Boy's put the let's put the high lift on its side now as well. Again with James is trying to almost trick the trailer into flipping onto by reconnecting it, but I think we might be out of luck here. We might be Again, I think the guys that were out of the arena haven't had the issue with the fences that these guys have had as well. So.
And look, we'll take it all on the chin, as well as learning is whether that's overcomplicating something that we don't need to quite so much now.
True, yeah, maybe we don't need the fences, especially with those trailers look pretty agile through there, so it's almost a non... It's almost a non-event now.
So close, Keegs is just about climbing up the trailer there with the...
Oh, this is hard to watch.
I've got it. Yes,
there it is. Yes.
Then they put it down.
Caught on the fence at the back, I think. I think if modern logging pulls it backwards now, we might be in a good spot. Chef Splash is saying spray paint some lines on the ground rather than fences. That could be a good idea.
So yeah, we can paint some lines on the ground. There we go.
We are.
That must be it.
We are done, I think.
I'm still intrigued to see the value they've got, so I'm not.
I know, yeah.
Giving up on the thing back to the.
Right, gaming with James. Drive carefully, my friend. Oh dear. There was honestly a point at which I did not think we would. Oh no! Oh, he was trying to get out of the way of Cannonball Alex, and he rolled it again. I don't know what was going on then. Oh dearie me! You couldn't make it up. Right, here we go. How many forestry machines does it take to write a trailer? Oh man, they're like locusts. Oh,
yeah. I think they're all working against each other a little bit here too.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I reckon they've got a lot more logs on there, because modern logging struggled with the other trailer a little bit to lift it up, but he's really struggling with this one.
So we are 6 minutes, coming up to 7 minutes overtime here.
There we go.
But we're going to let them see this one out, purely because I think we're interested to see how many logs are in this from a...
We'll call it for science.
Trailer flip league.
Trailer flip league.
Right, gaming with James.
Okay.
Drive carefully.
He's still going the river route. That's why he was going this way.
Okay.
He's still going to take the river.
Interesting.
They're meta, so...
But equally, what's that going to do on the slopes? On the slopes?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's having to steer into the turn there to make sure... Oh, he's gone again. He has gone again. Right, I think
that's the right.
I think we're going to have to call it there because we are over time already. But yeah, this is a whole new challenge that they're going to have to face this season with these trailers, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I'm not against it.
Oh, they've righted it pretty quickly though.
I'm getting better at it.
They've had a lot of practice.
Finnish farmers saying next. Next. It's a good load of logs, I've got to give them that.
It is. And you know, Methy Boy could have just stuck them all in the high lift and drove up there with the high lift. Nobody said you had to lose the trailer.
No, that's right. We're looking for creativity there. They still went with the river. I thought that would have been too risky for that very reason.
There's going to be a lot of trucks on 2 wheels next season, I think. So we'll just run ahead of gaming with James here. A couple of points they have to jump out of the river, actually, isn't there?
Oh, he's lost
he's gone again. Right, okay. Enough's enough. I think we'll have to call it there, guys, and move on to the next game. So we'll let. I'm going to jump to intermission. We'll let Hamish sort it out and get the next game prepped. I think, which is going to be a solos game, if I
I think you are correct there.
Right. case of finding the right solo stage 1, I think. Yeah, Hamish has called it there. We gave them the benefit of the doubt. I would have loved to have seen what was there from a value of a load perspective, but right. Yeah, we are running out of time now. So, and I think that's something. So again, a question based on this, Args, is how long after the 10 minutes do you allow people to go? Because,
I think there'll need to be a deadline.
Because you could potentially abuse it, couldn't you? And just say, well, if we do 12 minutes, but get an extra 3 trees on. So we need.
That's right. Yeah, 100%.
We need to be mindful of maybe you have to have left the arena before 10 minutes is up, or you're disqualified. I don't know. We'll have a think. We'll have a think.
We will. It could be just a case of making the time penalty, the value of the time penalty, bigger.
That's right. If
it was only $1,000 per minute, you might think, well, I can get $2,000 worth of logs in 30 seconds, so I'll burn that time. But that's what we're doing this for. That's what this Christmas Cup is all about: is have a little bit of fun, keep Logging League in front of your eyes, and also test out some of these new rules and see how they work.
Yes, indeed. So, solo games. Who are we going to pull in now for solos? I see Keg and Modern Longing have left the server, so it's not going to be those guys. So I wonder if we're going to bring in...
So I think we were jumping from round 6, 7, and 8. So we just have a look back here. Genetic, Samu, and Farming Alex, I believe, is our lineup for this one.
Oh, very nice. Got to recognise some of these names off the back of last season as well. Everybody's come back for a little bit more, which is fantastic.
I'm just not sure which course we're doing this one on. Down at the Chaos course, we'll find out. We saw enough chaos on the last one. I don't know if we
I was going to say
chaos course for anything else again.
All courses are chaos courses now, aren't they?
Yeah, it seems that way.
All right, let's jump.
I wonder if, just thinking about tactics and not wanting to give teams ideas, but I wonder if longer logs that sit lower in the trailer and not filling it up as much might be the optimum.
Yeah. Oh, Scooter's making a good call here. You can make the penalty progressive, so the longer over the time limit you are, the bigger the penalty grows.
That's true. Yeah, first minute could be 1,000, next minute's 2,000, next minute's 3,000.
I like the idea of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so after 3 minutes over, you'd actually have accumulated $6,000 of penalties. Bovine and Corpnut have both said we needed the Benny Hill music overlaid on that last couple of minutes.
It was quite special, that, wasn't it? I can see them going away now and having a rethink about their tactics for next season. Oh dear.
So, let's have a look. Teams congregating. It looks like we must be down on the course down the bottom.
The solo course. Yeah, I'm at the chaos course.
Solo course. Yep, Cannibal Alex and Samu are both here.
Excellent.
First stage.
And genetics here as well. So all three is here, which is good.
Perfect. Get into it.
Genetic just checking his equipment there, making sure everything's as he requested from Hamish.
Bits and pieces there, yes. Quite interesting. I was looking at some of these trucks where the
right. We're just waiting for Hamish now. Be good to go. Hamish just checking a few things first. So, In this round, we have Samu, we have Genetic, and we have Cannonball Alex. This is 1v1v1, so we saw the teams competition last time, 1v1v1 this time. They've pre-selected their equipment, so you can see a bit of a variety of different tools in here, based on their preferences. And again, as before, it's the volume of logs you can get onto your trailer before the time limit is up, and get yourself up to the sell point, or not.
Or not.
Because these are clearly quite twitchy.
They are. They are. Now, Alex has the advantage of having just competed, so we'll know exactly what to expect, whereas the others are doing it based on watching. So.
That's right. That's right.
Dazed has just suggested putting a log across the trailer widthwise, so it acts like trainer wheels.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Joey, how many hours did you take to set up the map for the league? Joey, we can't take any of the credit for that. That is Farmer Hamish,
All Hamish,
our event director, who spent many a long hour not just building these courses, but trying a load of different things out and seeing how they got on. So massive respect to him. Also a big shout out to Mark Haythornthwaite as well, who is a big part of this, and built our little timer that sits in the top corner and things like that as well. So yeah,
right.
Loads and loads of stuff.
I can't actually see my time.
Yeah, my time has gone too.
Hamish refreshing it.
There we go. Right. Players are on their blocks. Hamish is in spot. So we are just waiting now for final call.
Samu's got a bit of a Christmas vibe going on with this white mow and white mohawk. It's a striking look. He's got the gloves on and everything.
Right, we're under starters orders.
Coming. Right, and there we go. They're off running and racing. So interesting to see what tactics we get here. We used to see the trucks being positioned first, and it's like Samu's definitely got into his. Genetic is straight into his processing unit.
Yeah. Alex down here has moved his truck as well, yeah.
Same time limit. This is going to try and make the matches a bit more consistent as well. Get to our events proper, and we have a schedule to try and keep to. That a little bit better. Assuming we don't run into
server issues, yeah.
Yeah. And there we go. Alex has left the server. It didn't take long. Pause on that, Hamish.
Mr. Sony Waterman, contractor episode will be tomorrow night. Yeah, Samu's paused. As has Genetic. We shall wait and see how long it takes for Cannonball Alex to come in. And we'll either might need to make a decision to just go with the two guys. Alex is having issues. If not, he can jump back in and we can get on with it straight away.
I mean, you could do it. You could take his place at FSG.
I could take his place. I could. Let's see if you can get in first.
Chance.
There he is, coming back. I think it's taking a long time as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it has taken a wee while. Right. Somebody was over the fence. I don't know what he was peeking at. See what Genetic was up to. His pause in proceedings to go and
Little tactical sneak at the competition.
On his neighbour.
Right.
We're on a restart. And Cannibal Alex is ready to go.
Okay, we're off.
Right, looks like we're going.
Everybody's up and running again. So now this is an interesting tactic, Args. Samu's going super short, so he's going for, I wonder if he's going for 2 stacks front and rear on the trailer.
I was just about to say exactly the same thing. It would be interesting. Either that or he hadn't changed the cut.
It could be something as simple as that as well, yes.
Frantically pressing F1 to bring the menu up, but Genetic's done the same. He's gone for the short box.
I think there's a bit of a tactic going on there. We'll know for the second tree. Yeah, no, I definitely think there's a tactic here.
Going for value over quantity.
Yeah, which is not a bad call, to be honest.
No.
Now the guys are onto their second tree. I think Cannonball Alex maybe slightly thrown by being disconnected, is just chopping his first tree now, and he's going for longer lengths. It's like 6 meters or thereabouts. So different tactic down here from him.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Sort of, particularly in the solos, because we're going to have so many to load. Yes.
Yeah, there is. There's pros and cons for both, I'm sure.
I mean, we're already a quarter of a way through our time at the 2.5 minute mark.
They go fast, don't they? These 10-minute matches. The time disappears very quickly.
If you recall, we were getting containers loaded up and out of this one back to the sell point in 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Samu's really going for it. There's a substantial amount of logs there. Cannonball Alex back with a second tree here.
Genetic's got 3 cut down here. Intrigued to see at what point they go and load, whether they're going to try and cut as many as they can, whether they've set themselves a timer of say 5 minutes to cut, 3 minutes to load and a couple of minutes to deliver, or what they do.
Indeed, yeah. No, I think we talked about this in the last season, didn't we? You know, there's something quite frustrating if you don't, switching machines slows you down. So
it does.
It's going to be interesting to see at what point, because you can't judge it. It's not like, I think towards the end of the last season, people knew how many logs you needed to fill a container. You've lost that level of accuracy now, so you're just taking a punt, really, aren't you?
Absolutely. Alex is getting a couple of nice stacks down here, or a nice pile going down here, which, with that big grapple on the wheel loader, he can probably get that truck loaded very, very quickly, whereas the others have the Volvo grapples they're going to have to deal with, which might take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Right, Genetic's moving his truck into position here. So I think he's maybe considering starting to load. Samu definitely has got the most logs. So I wonder if Genetic's taking an executive decision here to get up to the sell point with plenty of time to go, because we are just coming up to halfway, timing-wise.
Daze is just asking if there's a rule to process straight onto the trailer. No, we haven't made one. So we haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if someone does try and do that, but certainly no rules against.
And I think the reality is we'd like to keep it open. We like to see creativity and ingenuity, don't we, rather than being too locked down with the rules. So yeah, if you're pretty deft with your cutter head and get it lined up with the trailer, there's no reason to say you couldn't load straight onto the trailer. Yeah.
That's where we saw the use of the bargain backup. Some creativity to season 1.
Yes, indeed. Mark Haythorne thought, he says, maybe Daze needs to create a team.
Maybe. Right, Genetics down here. He's about to start getting some logs loaded. Good grab there first up, actually.
Look at that.
Impressed.
4 on there. Samu here as well, is dropping his first log onto the trailer. Again, the thing with going for shorter logs, you've got to really butt them up against the trailer end, or you're not going to get them both on.
Interesting the length they've gone for, particularly with Genetic here. He doesn't have enough space really at the back of the truck to fit the more in, so stacking up towards the front. Samu's the same. Samu's logs look like he might have actually gone for a shorter length against Genetic.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking at how far along the trailer he's stacked them. He's sort of right in those middle two bunks, whereas Genetics, it's certainly stretched back past that.
Now, I think
maybe not.
The tests that were done were 6 meters being the optimal length, weren't they? From a price perspective. So I think the guys are going in with that kind of thought process behind what they do. We only have 3 minutes left, though. I can't see Samu getting all of these logs on that trailer in the next 3 minutes and getting it up to the sell point. Sharp Farmer, hi mate. No, unfortunately, no Lazy Goat stream tonight. Lazy Goat is not working at the moment, and we don't know why. I think maybe YouTube's changed the way it shares its vids, but yeah, it's not been working.
Bear with me for a sec. I will be back in just a second.
No worries. So, Samu loading up, as Arg said. I think these log grabs, or your maximum logs you can pick up with these is 3 or 4. So a little bit slower than the high lift, but he's doing a good job there. But time is against them here. Time is against them. Let's head over and see how Genetic's doing. Yeah, they're pretty close to each other in terms of what they've got in their trailer. Like I said at the start, Genetic's got a few less logs cut down, and again, there's one of the issues with these trailers. If you don't get it really accurate, good struggle now. Genetic's having to move the trailer to be able to get to his next batch of logs there, so almost lining himself to go up to get ready to leave. Samu's still working away there. Cannibal Alex now. This is interesting because Cannibal Alex has got high lift, so he can really lift a volume of logs that the other two can't in one go, so it's going to be interesting. He can go from having nothing loaded to probably being the person with, as near as damn it, the most loaded of anybody by the time he gets a decent load on there. Interestingly, he's got for longer logs as well, but I can hear, yeah, Genetic's going with a relatively light load. So he is definitely trying a tactical game there of seeing if he can not get any penalties by losing the by arriving after the time limit. Samu is very much still loading. Alex is making the right decision. Rather than trying to drive over logs, he's deciding to move his truck into position closer to the high lift. But yeah, both of these guys seem intent on keeping going with the loading. And Genetics away up the road.
Disappeared at the wrong time. It's kind of, the game's changed a lot.
It has a lot, mate, yeah. But Genetic had an incredibly light load on, but is playing the numbers game with the timing and hoping that the penalties go in his favour.
So we're down to just about on the time up.
Strody say it must be startling seeing a truck leave when you haven't even started loading. That must play with your head a little bit, mustn't it? Yeah, modern logging, yes it is. Now the challenge here, Alex has had a bit of a nightmare loading up his logs here, so you can see them going through some of the bars on the trailer there, which isn't ideal. But hey, if it fits, it ships, right? So it doesn't matter if it looks ugly. If they're on there and they're strapped down, they all count.
Right, that's right. Okay, so I've just come down a little bit further. Genetics on the main road, heading towards the sawmill. So we'll time up with 30 seconds over our timer. Certainly, I think we're going to have a look at these penalties and how they work in terms of scores and structure, and either encouraging or discouraging the use of them.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I think there's, how shall we call it, wanton abandon of the rule of you've got to do it in 10 minutes. Some classic, yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Right, Samu is on his way out, and he has got a pretty well-laden truck there. So we shall follow him up the road as Newcastle score to make it 1-0. Let's just slip that in there, Alex.
VAR review.
Oh, every goal is these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Right, Genetic is down here at the finish line, so he has crossed it just on the 1 minute 15, 1 minute 20.
Cannibal Alex
Wait and see.
is still trying to load up here. He has got a log wedged underneath the trailer as well here, so he's... I don't think he's ever recovered from that disconnect at the start, to be honest. I think that really threw him.
I don't think I've recovered from my issues I had at the start of the stream either.
Right, so Samu's on his way. We're going to follow him intently because I want to make sure that... look at that, it's just a wheel loader sitting in the river there. The remnants of the first round.
I'm just heading back down into the town to see if I can pick up one of these guys as they head along and head down to the sell point.
Scooter saying the strategy in this competition is keeping the trailer on its wheels. You're not wrong, mate.
No, certainly not wrong there.
So we're going to
So
wait.
there's already a minute extra on top of Genetics time for the next two. See, Samu is just reaching me here down in the shop, down at the by the roller coaster.
Yeah. So this is an important corner, I think, isn't it, in terms of whether you can keep it on all four wheels. And he's
cut it a lot, straight lined it as much as he can.
Yeah.
I'm more nervous about that log that's hanging out the side, clipping a car and causing some issues.
Yeah. Tons of potential for this to still go wrong. A little bit further up. Train is not going to interfere with things as it's passing us now.
I honestly almost forgot about the train being a factor in this with so much other
the least of our problems tonight, the train. So here we go. Probably this is likely to be the new one.
We're coming up just on 3.5 minutes overtime, so he's taken a good 2 minutes more than Genetic did from a penalty point of view. Close to 2.5 minutes, but there he is. He has arrived down here. Looks like Genetic's logs have been sold, so we'll get a ruling there from Hamish. I'm not on the right farm to be able to see what the value of those was. So Samu's backing in to the sell point, and he's going to get those sold. Have a check. Alex is a long way back. He's not even at the roller coaster yet.
Now you've seen Samu's reversing straight into the lake or the pond here. Sell his. That's because Genetics have all sold already, so it will be counted as a separate load now. So we can get away with doing that.
Correct.
There we go. We should get some numbers from from Hamish in a minute.
Should. We'll just wait for
He was
Alex to
out
get here and see how's his workout.
So this will shine a light on tactics, I think. I think it's the first time we're going to see a finished round and some numbers, so I think it will maybe shift people's thinking of how they're going to approach this going forward.
Absolutely. Particularly with 3 trucks to test against as well.
Yeah.
Rather than just a double in a duo situation. Alex has just had an issue. So he got a log sticking out the side that he's caught. He's got a log sticking out the side which got caught on the bridge. He was trying to stay to the right, stick to the right to avoid some traffic. And
yeah. I did have a slightly haphazard load. I did see that when here he comes.
Called it before though if it fits it ships. So.
I did, yeah. Here he comes. It's quite a decent load that as well. And again, you know, comparatively very similar to Samu's, but he's gone for longer logs rather than 2 stacks of short logs, so it'll be interesting to see here.
What's he taken? He's taken almost a 6-minute penalty. will be pretty much 6 minutes by the time he gets across the start-finish line. On his way in, here he is. Pretty much 6 minutes over time, so let's wait and see.
Whoa!
Oh,
and that is why you've got to be on your toes when it comes to these trailers. Now, technically, he's crossed the finish line already, and his time will have been taken. Right. So, I think in this instance,
just going to try and push his trailer in.
Pushing the trailer into the water might be, or even Hamish can step in here and right it, and we can just see what the load score is. Although, again, should it be counted if you career over the finish line backwards? I suppose it does count, doesn't it?
Well, to some degree, I suppose.
Although the logs won't come out because they're strapped down, so somebody's going to have to go in there and unstrap it as well. Look at the teamwork. Look at the other guys coming in to help him as well, though. That's quite nice.
Here we go.
It does.
Two of them sold.
It does sell with the ratchets on. That's interesting.
There we go. That's them all gone. Right. Well, we'll wait now for a ruling from Hamish on what the value was and where we ended up on that one. Just got to put that into our little spreadsheet and some final scores in just a second.
This goes.
Dave's is saying some of the most famous race finishes were the driver pushing the car over the lines.
Yes, exactly.
Could that be the same?
Yeah.
Let's see if we get a little bit of a direction from Hamish on that. But it was good to see one get right through to the finish with all three of our competitors finishing and all three taking slightly different routes, different courses.
Right. Train going past again. Seemed quick.
5 minutes, I think we figured out, isn't it?
Hammer's not even waiting around for the result. I think, to be fair, Hamish is getting the next game sorted.
He will be. He will be. Right. Back again in a second. I'm just waiting for those scores to come up.
No worries. So, not an ideal night, let's be honest. It has been a bit frustrating in terms of getting things working, but that's why we do this. We appreciate you guys coming along and watching and giving us your feedback and helping us shape it as well. There's always some good ideas that get banded around in these scenarios as well. And it's Christmas, and we just thought we'd have a bit of fun and have a live stream on a Saturday night with you. So I appreciate you all joining us. I'm sure Args does as well. It's all still entertaining. Well, we found some new interesting things that could end up being a whole heap of fun in the next season. So yeah, let's see what else can come along. I do think, however, that we are going to really struggle to get through all of the games that we said we were going to do tonight. So I think potentially even just maybe one more game. I'll do a quick check with Hamish, because one of the things we wanted to do is make sure everybody got a game, but we'll just have a quick check with Hamish and see what he thinks. Maybe we could get a couple more games in and make sure everybody is at least getting one game in before they before we have to finish things up, because we appreciate them all hanging around and waiting to get their shot. So we want to try and squeeze everybody in if we can. So we'll just wait for Args to come back, wait for Hamish with the numbers. I can't see when it's I can't see yet, but I'm going to just do you know what? I'm just going to do this. It's not been updated yet. So it was worth a look. It was worth a look. Dig in. This is not one of the best streams you've ever watched, but I appreciate the sentiment. If you'd seen some, obviously you've not seen some of the other logging leagues, which ran a little bit more smoothly than this. So,
so you're not seeing the scores?
I'm seeing a blank sheet. So maybe I've got the wrong thing.
Try looking at the team scoreboard, because I think they were ran the wrong way. But.
No. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, 3v3 scores. So here we go. Right. So Samu came. So, oh my goodness.
We have to look. So Genetic took a very big penalty, a very big profit dip. He only got $12,000 from his, with a small penalty.
And a small penalty. Yeah.
Farming Alex at $23,000 with a $6,000 penalty. Takes him down to 7. So, I mean, reading that, I would have thought Samu was the winner. So I'm not quite sure how Hamish has got those figured out, but you can see the difference in the times and the penalties and the profit. So 25,000 for Samu would give him Farming Alex about 17 and Genetic about 10,000. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we might have got a maths in a little bit of a wrong order there. But interesting, look at that. You can, Alex, it's close. It's relatively close.
It is, yeah.
But the amount of time longer.
How much extra that time Samu took to get those bigger logs on paid off for him.
That's right. That's right. So I think, the argument that you could just jump in your truck and drive to the finish line in the first minute is probably one that isn't going to work.
Right.
But yeah, there we go. Right, we're already going with the next game here, Args.
Hamish is calling starters orders.
I know. We're completely the wrong part of the map. Right, okay, we're going to go and squeeze in another solos game here with Faban. With Methy Boy and Gaming with James. So, I am at the Chaos course and they're not there. Oh my goodness.
Super Chaos.
The Super Chaos. Right. We can do that. Super Chaos.
We can. Look, we're the schools backwards. Not quite sure. Not quite sure on that one. Cool. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Basically, this is all fun. No, there are no prizes. There are no rewards for this. This is very much a test to see what goes wrong. Well, test to see what goes right, to be honest. And
I was going to say trial and error with a whole lot of error.
Right, we're good to go here, Hamish.
Yep.
So basically, ignore the time limit and load up fully. Yes, we're going to have to do something about that time limit. 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes is too short. Maybe it needs to be extended a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, this is why we wanted to test this. In isolation, it seemed like a good idea, and I think the aim was to try and get more games in per stream. But actually, the reality is we might need to rethink that a little bit.
Yep. Or make the stream time a little bit more realistic. But we're underway. They are go. Slow starters, they all get wound up there. Game with James for Barn and Methy Boy. Methy Boy's gone downhill. It's interesting. It's keen to see where they go and fight over. Looks like for Barn and Game with James are kind of heading in the same direction. Methy Boy's definitely gone and found his own little spot of land, and James has changed his direction, heading off to the left a little bit more. So
it is interesting. Very rarely did we see people go down in the last season, did we? Everybody tended to head up the hill.
I did.
Maybe only once
steep.
We saw somebody go down. And it is, you're right, it's hard to get a truck in there, isn't it?
And there's very limited logs, but I mean, Methy Boy does have one of the faster processing units in terms of, being able to drive and drag logs in and out, so pay off for him.
And he's got a lovely view across the valley to the mine.
Nice spot, isn't it?
Struggling to get that connected, though.
That's true. He is finding it hard. He's got another one falling down there and making a bit of a stack. Now, the interesting thing with this, or the unique thing with this course, is we don't actually know what equipment's whose. We've got two of the big grapple loaders and one of the small ones. Two high lifts and one grab, so
yeah. Gaming with James doing a very nice job of stacking his logs here, though. This will come in handy, especially if he's got that high. And I think Gaming with James is a big fan of the high lift, so I would put money on one of those high lifts belonging to Gaming with James for sure.
Chance. So just quietly going about their business, almost a quarter of the way through the challenge. Methy Boy's got some big trees down here actually, but he's got to be mindful of where he's cutting them. You can access them.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting. You've seen Gaming with James here being very, I guess, accurate about where he puts his logs, so it makes it easy to load. Methy Boy's a little bit more spread around the side of the hill, which could slow him down a little bit, I guess, when he's loading up. And the same with Faban. Faban's making sure he's piling things up pretty accurately over here. So
we need to be careful. James has got a couple sitting on the track, which need to be careful of, that he's not impeding any of his competitors.
That's right. It should be.
He's almost like he's deliberately trying to build a barricade across the road at the moment.
Yeah. Yadya Bob is saying there should be bonus dollars for finishing under the time limit. That again, it's a good idea. Something we could look at. We should definitely look at that. And Keg is saying 7-meter logs sell the best.
7 still.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know whether a bonus for finishing on time's the right thing, or whether a penalty, increasing the penalties would be the smartest thing to do.
Again, with James is in his truck already here, Args. And he's making the decision, which may avoid that problem we might have of him having logs on the road. He might be the first to move them. And there aren't 2 high lifts here actually, Args. We've got the front grab, we've got 3 different types of machinery here.
Oh, do we have a... Ah, right.
And actually Gaming with James hasn't got the high lift. He is going for the front grab.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Well, to be honest, I looked and saw what you saw as well, so... Methy Boy is way down the hill there.
I'm going to guess that he's got the other high lift. He's got the high lift by the fact that he's not dragging his logs too far away. But James can get his first ones loaded up. We're down to just coming up on 5 minutes. We're almost halfway.
Keg saying the equipment was set up for Sharp Farmer as well. So,
right.
That might throw things slightly. Looks like Faban's away to get his truck as well now. So again with James dropping his first couple of logs into the trailer as Faban's heading up, and there is space now for Faban to get through. Like Gaming with James being very decent there and getting out of the way to allow Faban through. Oh, Willie! I thought he was, but I think he was just going around his business, and Faban said, "Thank you very much. I am coming through, whether you like it or not."
There's a gap there.
No harm done. Now here comes Methy Boy. Now interestingly, where James has got his truck parked as well is limiting Methy Boy's access to the lower part of the slopes as well, which is interesting.
It's always one of the things with a Super Chaos course is it can be quite chaotic, as the name description suggests.
Indeed.
Right, Methy Boy past. Hopefully James is going to wait for him. This could be chaotic. Or is he going to lift up over? Look at that.
Look at that. Aware of his surroundings. Very nice. Methy Boy's parked well there.
Spatial awareness is certainly a big issue, I think, on this.
It is. This is a hard course. We know this is a hard course from the first season. James says he's never using the high lift ever again after the last round.
He's done well there with that grab though, and dropping a whole lot on.
Yeah.
In one go.
I remember James was very, very slick with this in the first season. I was regularly impressed with how accurate he could be with that stuff. Because it is not a tool I like. I don't think the forks on the lower end go far enough under the logs to.
Yeah, the physics here don't let something slide in and under.
Yeah, but look at that, fantastic.
Well, Mickey Boy's getting his first logs on. Faban started loading up, so these guys are certainly managing their time very well at the moment. I think James probably has the advantage there.
Yeah, and we are 3 minutes to go.
What do you think? Is he going to cut more trees down now? Or
I can't see it, to be honest, Args. By the time he's gone in and cut them down, he's going to have nowhere near enough time to get to the finish. So I wonder if James is calling it out. That nobody is. He's going for more trees. You're right.
more trees? And if he can get one more cut down and be out of here with a minute and a half to go.
Now Matthew's moving at speed, actually. That high left coming into its own.
The other thing with James's load is it's getting a little bit high, so he's going to have to take care, particularly on this course heading out. But he's cut one more tree straight into his loader, so I'm guessing he's only going for one more.
Matthew Boy's got a serious load here as well that's going to go into his trailer now, which will bring him not a million miles away from James in terms of volume in his trailer. Faban just quietly going around his business here. He's cut a lot down, actually, Args.
Yeah.
If Faban can get all that on his trailer, he could be in a good spot.
Oh, he's made a bit of a mess of it.
Oh, he's trying to slide that. He's got one that's just out of place.
Oh, James is going to tip his truck. No. Oh, he didn't quite have his forks lifted high enough, and he's just had a little bit of an issue there. But he's decided he didn't get those last two on, but he's going, I'm going to get back in time.
Yeah.
Minute 40 left on the timer, and he is rolling out. Going to try and negotiate his way past Methy Boy's truck and Faban's truck.
There is space to get through here, and then there is space the other side of Faban's truck, so very fair.
I'm nervous watching that truck.
Fair play from all the guys, though, making sure that they weren't blocking or getting in anybody else's way.
I was nervous watching that truck go on the side of the hill, though.
Yes.
I'm going to follow James. That's what he does to get down to the sell point. Certainly, giving himself a minute.
So Methy Boy's left a few logs lying down here, but I think this is his last large load, so I think we might see Methy Boy heading off after he's grabbed this set as well.
Bit of care going through the corners. James is definitely taking a little bit slower after their first meet.
Yes. Right, here comes Methy with his, I would suggest his final load. None have fallen down the cliff, but they've got pretty close.
Let's just see where James heads here. I'm assuming he's going to take the left hand. No, he's carried on the main road. He's taking the safer route down to the sell point, giving himself 20 seconds, so he's not going to make it. He might have made it if he went left-hand course there, but
He's avoiding doing any turning of any sort.
oh, absolutely. You know, he's taken the well-formed road with plenty of width and space to maneuver.
Right. Methy Boy is loading up a substantial amount of logs here. You can get them either side of those bars. Oh, they're a little bit far back, but I think if he straps those down, it's an ugly load, but it's he's heading out with it. Right. We'll leave Faban, I think, has maybe got one or two more logs. Whether or not
the train
he decides...
James is going to have to wait for the train. Yes, he has. He's had to stop. The train
so those
just
20
hit the crossing.
seconds.
Yeah. I thought he was going to go across in front of it, but he's not waiting for the barriers to go up. Hopefully he doesn't get caught on those. No, he's done well. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not condone crossing train tracks when the crossing barriers are down. But in this instance, we'll let it slide. James is at the finish line. I'm getting backed in, and we'll see soon how he's got on.
Nice. Thank you very much, Keg, who has just purchased a G-Portal server. Good work, mate. Right, Faban's away too, Args, so pretty close together. The guys that have just left. Now, which way are we going to see them going?
Back down. Alright, I can see first of the trucks heading out onto the bridge.
So Methy's just rolled onto the bridge. I think he's struggling because half of his load is dragging behind him, so he's not got unless he's proactively driving slowly because he's conscious of it tipping.
say those logs hanging off the bottom are really putting some resistance in this load.
But Faban is not far behind him, and if Faban throws a little bit of caution to the wind, he'll certainly get past him. Also, Faban's load is relatively low on his trailer, so I wonder if that'll impact that...
Mickey Boy's taken the more direct route.
He's going the dirt route. As is Faban.
He had to negotiate through some trucks.
As is
through
Faban.
Some trees. I don't think he was going to get turned in time, so he's had to go this way, but... Let's see what happens here. Oh, we've got a little issue with the sell point down there. They haven't sold all the logs, so I'm just going to have to pause these guys before they get in there.
Faban's about to catch Methy.
At about 2.5 minutes. Faban coming in there about 5 seconds behind. Very similar on the penalties there.
Yeah, very close. Oh, now look, Faban's split and he's going under the ramp there. So actually, I think the finishing spot... Oh, Faban has rolled! Faban has rolled before he could get into the sell point, into the kind of finish area.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, we have had some challenges with these trucks tonight, haven't we?
They have.
Deary, deary me.
Oh, some super strength going on there, fixing that one. I'm not sure where the sell point, where the finish line is from that direction. Now the sell point's not selling timber. Haha, we haven't hit a capacity limit or something, have we? Is there a daily capacity on selling timber?
That maybe is on processing though, isn't there?
Is this a sell point? Is this a processing point?
Depends what it's set up. Yeah, it was set up as a sell point, isn't it?
No, the old sawmill's it's a sawmill, it's a production chain, and that'll have a capacity.
Ah, right, yeah.
Well, something else that we've learnt now that is going to be a problem in the future.
We might have to have a custom sell point. Custom sell point.
If we roll time forward. Yeah, we could roll for time forward another 24 hours.
We could actually, yeah.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
What do you do, eh? Couldn't make it up. Full of good ideas.
It is full of good ideas. Just in Discord chat. Just make sure everyone's had a opportunity to play, so we're rolling up on the sort of 2 hour mark, but let's just see what happens here.
What do they say? Never work with live, never work with children, animals, or do live demos.
That's right. Quite like a live stream.
Yeah. Don't demo your new logging series on a live stream.
Live. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a good advertisement to send to the potential sponsors. For
I know. Yeah, look how professional and well run this is.
Yeah. And yet they stayed and they watched with us because they are the loyal fans that we truly appreciate. So thank you.
Yeah, never work with YouTubers. Thanks, Keck. I like it. I like it.
Make Hamish time. September.
Well, look at
rain in September.
The passage of time.
Okay. Like the sands of an hourglass. This is Logging League Christmas Cup.
I wonder if there's
animation here.
Yeah, it's quite good. It is very good. I wonder if there's I wonder if we need to put a custom sell point in.
That was my thoughts, yes. A custom sell point that just sold logs.
Just sold logs and gave us the fee.
Could be the deal.
And, the trucks run over it and unload. Because, again, there's an element of waiting waiting about while we unload the trucks, which
That's right.
those things, but all part of the learning process.
It was part of the learning process. Yeah, containers were nice in that they just worked where they worked.
Yeah. I do like Faban's pink truck, though. That is a statement vehicle.
Good, we do have there's 6 different sell points.
Samu suggesting the biomass plant is a good one. Yeah.
Right.
Is there a biomass on this? We could just drop one, though. That's not an issue if there isn't.
Yeah, we could just put a sell point down some.
That Methy Boys load is spectacular. And it's
Isn't it great?
Yeah. That's what mine would look like as well, I think.
Bovine's saying he stays and watches because there's nothing better to do, which is just great.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to take that, Bovine.
At least Days does said if it ran too smoothly it'd lose its charm. So. Rustic in nature.
Hey, we've seen we've seen FSL live streams that have run as bad as this, so we're in good company.
Right. It's having the content to fill in between.
Indeed, indeed.
Make sure we've got there.
Right, we'll wait for the scores on the doors there.
So, I don't know about you, FSG. My thoughts are that we make sure that at least everyone who had committed and taken the time out of their Saturday to be here has had at least the chance to play a match. So,
yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
While we won't get through the 9 matches we did have scheduled, because that's only 3 and we're coming up on 2 hours since we went live. Obviously, not entirely the competitor's fault or anything like that. Server issues and my PC issues and everything like that. Had the opportunity to participate.
Yeah, I think maybe we want to let the Power Team Esports guys have a game.
Power Team Esports, yep. 100%.
So we'll do one, maybe one more team game.
Yeah, we'll see. If that's covered everyone off, we'll just get Hamish to let us know.
Trying to think which could we use the Chaos course, even though it's a solo course, set up as a solo course. We could use it as a team course, couldn't we?
Scores are there. Let's go and have a look.
Let's look at those.
So, Methy Boy came in with the most profit.
Interesting.
Also the biggest penalty. But on that basis, he would win with about $22,000 after penalties. Game with James, the least profit, the least penalties, but still only at about 16,000. For second and Faban with the lowest profit of them all, and the second biggest penalty, so he would be at about 14,000. So I think we're going to have a look at our penalty settings in there. But at the same time, obviously Methy Boy did have substantially more logs.
He did, yeah. So I wonder if that penalty is not brutal enough.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
That's all what we, obviously that was the reason for doing this, is we could test these in a live sort of situation without any big outcome or anything that might hamper anything.
That's right. So, right, let's have a quick chat and see what Hamish wants to do with our final round. We do want to get the Power Team Esports guys to have a little bit of a play.
Yep.
And we do have this the Chaos course set up here.
Correct.
It is set for solos, but
I'm just looking through all the scheduled solo matches, and I think we've seen everyone play at least one, whether it was a team or a solo game. So I think if we can get the Power Team Esports guys to have a go, and that would just about tidy things up quite nicely.
Yeah. So Hamish is just about to sort out a Power Team Esports and modern logging game on Team Stage 2. So we'll just reset the equipment there, and then we'll go rather than using the Chaos course. We'll do that. So we'll let the guys load in, and then we'll kick things off with one final game.
That's right.
But once again, we do appreciate it, don't we, Args? It is that. I mean, this has not run as we intended, but at the same time, it's been good fun all the same. I'm really zoomed in on my camera. I'm sorry, guys. Nobody wants to see my face that big. Offensively big. There we go. It's a bit better.
Did it change? I didn't think you were that bad. Not your face, your camera.
Oh, right. Okay, thanks, mate. I was like, wow, that's savage. Savage from Args.
Savage. Yeah, it's snow yet. I was going to ask before.
We've had snow, not much actually. We got a lot less than I think the west coast.
Right.
But it's been cold, like -5 today, all day. So that was fun because I spent 4 hours in a field while my daughter rode horses.
I was going to say, and you still went out and took your daughter to ride horses.
Yeah,
it's a commitment.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to my bed. If I'm being honest.
Fair enough too. Well, we had 26 degrees Celsius yesterday. So.
Oh, very nice. Just in time for Christmas. Starts heating up.
Just in time, although it's a little bit wet today.
And some Mugar thanks kick. We are syncing in players at the moment, folks, so we'll be just a couple of minutes, and then
you can put up with unzoomed FSG for a little bit longer.
I would replace myself with a dog, but she's gone off somewhere else. She was out for 4 hours with the horses as well, so she's broken today.
Well, she'll be knackered.
Yeah, very much so.
So Modern Logging and Power Team Esports are going to wrap things up for us today. Like I said, syncing in. Hamish will be sorting out some equipment and a course to get them up and going on.
And also interesting to see if what's going to change off the back of them watching a few of the other games as well. That's
right. Yeah, for sure. Where are we heading? Looks like
solo stage 2 down at the bottom where we had our first game, Args.
Right.
We just need to reset a bit of equipment, and then we'll be good to go. I'm going to just flick to my screen so you can see what's going on. Maybe we should just transfer some equipment over now, and we'll get started.
Do we? Oh, the only downside to using this course is there's a whole lot of
trees have already been cut. Yeah.
So we might have to use the other course where they were going to play. We haven't been on that one on this, so.
Oh, this one, stage 1. We didn't use this.
Yeah. Use that. So we come up here and use this one. Might be the best option.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. Jodie, my dog didn't know whether to be excited to go. Well, my dog's weird. She likes horses, but wants to literally run around their feet. And I'm like, you're going to get stood on. So that was the other challenge, was spending an entire day with her on a lead, which she doesn't like. Easy dev, teleport. Hamish, you're going to have to. No, you're in the fence. There you go. Poor Hamish is
He has, yeah, he's going to have a nice whiskey tonight.
I'm going to send him something in the post, I think, for this one.
Yeah.
He was arranging another competition for another game today as well.
I heard that, yeah. Hamish, you get the stuff up here and I'll try to position it in appropriate spot.
Likewise. Just spam it up here.
I just don't know which side is which.
I'll go and see if the trucks are ready at the sawmill.
He's standing over that side, so...
We got 2 trucks ready over here? No, but we can get 2 trucks pretty quickly.
We'll go for 2 identical trucks and then need to be on the right farm. Make sure we do that.
All right, that's number 1 sorted out.
We've got to find a truck now that works. Well, no, we're just going to buy some. Oh, Hamish is already on it. I'm going to leave it to the master.
Yeah.
Trying to help, but just getting in the way. Kind of feels like my home life as well.
Oh, all right. Hamish is trying to teleport things into the right spot.
It's always good when that happens and you end up, impaled on a fence or a hedge or a... I think he's just sourcing another truck at the moment.
Sort it out. How about Hamish? No. He's a man in control. We'll leave him in control. People hopping into equipment all over the place.
Yeah. He's gone decidedly quiet on us.
Yeah. No, we'll leave him to do his thing.
Right, I guess there's an element as well of the teams wanting their specific equipment as well, so...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They want their machines that they use and are used to using, give themselves the best chance of winning, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, there's always still a little bit of a competitive edge to this.
There's bragging rights, isn't there?
There is, there is. Like, there's new machines being bought and everything.
Oh no, right. Big spenders.
I'm looking forward to the Discord call with Hamish after this.
Uh-huh.
I think there could be some excellent Scottish swearing in.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Sitting in here driving makes me almost want to do that. Almost.
Almost. Remember last time you stepped in?
Yeah. I took DJ's spot. Got embarrassed. Alright, hopefully that's sorted. Hopefully that's what they wanted. Got bought.
Right, let's just go and check what's... Right, 2 trucks up here, that's good.
Wheel loader being configured. Torpedoes.
Yeah, 1 more wheel loader and we're good to go, I think. Teams are in position. We have a new member here, Timber Ridge, logging as part of the modern logging crew. So they've been recruiting in the off-season as well. Valo is waiting. We had the lovely fortune of meeting the Power Team Esport and the Astragon guys when we were at FarmCon in the summer. Actually, what a lovely stand-up group of people they were.
They have, yeah, absolutely. Right, well, I've bought those 2 bits of equipment up there. I hope I've done right, Hamish.
Right, so the difference with this one, if you missed the earlier one, is that the 2 drivers, so Alex, Cannonball Alex, and Arlene Gaming, are up at the mill here, ready to run their trucks down to where the guys are chopping the logs down and regrouping down there. So there's a little bit of an element of them. They can get started and it doesn't impact. Unless they get lost or crash their trucks, there's enough time for them to get down and arrive in time to start getting logs loaded without too much of a penalty. We're on starters orders already, and I am in the wrong place. Right,
That's
there we go.
Right. And they're going.
We're off.
Are they? Yes, we're going.
We are off.
Valo is jumping into the Rotney Tree Harvester. Pepito is the loader. Timber Ridge logging Looks like he's doing the cutting for modern logging, and modern logging has the grapple. So let's see if we can get further than a minute and a half.
A minute and a half from last time. This server actually has been solid compared to the last one. I think.
It has been. Yeah.
There was just something amiss there. Sometimes they need a reboot, don't they? Right, I'm going to switch back to the camera cars, I think. So I don't end up tabbing into somebody's machine when they don't want me to.
Yeah, I did the same. Look, Velo's definitely out with the first tree cut. El Papito's looks like he's getting ready to grab them. If he could get that load picked up. In fact, could be an advantage on this course, is that the loader could be ready here with a full grapple of logs to dump into the back of the truck. And this is where, on this course particularly, there might be an advantage to using one of the grapples or the high lift.
Interestingly, Timber Ridge dropped his logs where he cut them, rather than doing what Valo's doing and pulling them out and onto the kind of staging area, if you will, over here. Timber Ridge doing more with this second one, so it might have just been an access type scenario.
Valo's got a little bit tangled up. He's dropping his trees on top of his processing unit.
Oh, those processing unit heads, when they spin, when you least expect them, is very frustrating.
Yeah, they face the wrong way, and then your log goes for a ride. He's taking two bits of wood up the hill.
But you're right, Args. El Papito's building up quite a substantial pile of logs here, although they're getting a little bit in each other's way there. With that front grab as well, I think they'll use the fence to help them load as well. And again, like a spin.
This truck is just pulling in. Outline Gaming is here.
Okay, so Power Team Esports are ready to go.
Power Team Esports driver has taken, sorry, not Power Team Esports. Modern Logging's driver has taken a very, very interesting route. Coming up through the back of the arena. They're going to turn up.
They're going to appear from this side. Interesting. Well,
Peter's got his first load in there. It's stacked precariously, but it's on the back of the truck, which is the key thing. Hopefully, with it being stacked up a little bit higher like that, it's not going to cause too many issues with stability, of course, of the truck.
That's right. Now, Modern Logging is building a nice, clean pile here. Timber Ridge is stripping these trees down. Maybe a little bit behind in terms of volume. Not much, though, actually. I think it's pretty close.
We're seeing El Papito's done well, actually, to just knock some of those logs over by giving the trailer a bump, because it was getting a bit difficult for him to load in there.
Yeah.
It was a little bit messy, but...
trailer. Oh. Deary me.
Close. Very close.
Seen enough trailers on their side tonight. I don't need... I don't need another one.
All right, here is Modern Logging's truck. Cannibal Alex is racing in like a cannonball.
He drove in like a cannonball.
One. FarmSim Cyrus.
I'll stick to the day job.
Please do.
That is a substantial load.
I've got horrible images of you swinging on a wrecking ball now.
Scantily clad.
No, I wasn't going to go that far. Excessively zoomed in.
Right. So
this is an impressive load.
It is, isn't it? In a very short amount of time.
Really.
Very highly stacked though, so could have some stability issues here.
Could do, but like I say, we're not even halfway through, and they're very well loaded up.
Yeah, Mr. Bauer Matzi has joined us in the chat here, Args, as well. Nice to see you, Bauer.
And was it your birthday, Bauer? If so, happy birthday, mate. I seem to recall you saying something along those lines.
Indeed.
5 minutes. Our Team Esports did actually do well for turning their truck around the other direction.
Yeah.
To try and help help Peter get those logs in, but he's done
Oh,
pretty
look at
well.
that. He's worked out what he needed to do there.
Yeah.
So this last log looks like it may not make it. Oh, look at it. It has, though.
Yes, yeah, and outlines them there, strapping them on as he goes. So let's see if they can get this last one in, I reckon.
So the only challenge now is when it's not a nice, neat load like that, they've pretty much run out of space. And there's still 4 minutes to go. They could get more stuff on there.
And Velo looks like he's given up. Like he's pulled out and
Valo's actually
not cutting any
going
more trees.
to help maybe adjust the load slightly? Or is he just parking up?
Maybe. Just observing. Get these last ones in. It's going to be a very cautious drive. Smart line.
And they've got the time, Args, and they have got the... I mean, looking back over here to the modern logging guys, very neatly loaded, but not many logs on the trailer at all. So,
No, not at all.
FARMSIM Esports here.
On.
If they can get that front loader out and...
That's some great coordination.
That is some great coordination.
And R-Line. He's off.
The R-Line now has to drive with incredible caution. Getting caught on the fence slightly there. But that is going to be... That is going to be a sketchy load. Yeah, and El Pepito is following, so they are very conscious of what could potentially happen. But R-Line driving incredibly slowly there as well. I can almost...
I think he has to.
I can
take it
see...
cautiously.
I can see people working what the optimal speed is and putting it on cruise control in future rounds.
A bad call. He's not going to slow down the hill, but let's see what he does when he gets to a corner.
Just got to hope those brakes work. We did talk about introducing snow tonight, didn't we, for an extra level of...
We did. Could you imagine? El Pepito's following our line the whole way thus far. Just to give him that in case there is a little bit of an accident.
And driving at a sensible speed because they can. 2 minutes and 17 seconds still to go. All the time in the world to get up to the sawmill. This is going to be, I think, probably one of the smoothest runs of the night so far.
So far.
I don't want to tempt fate, but
no, he's got turned
so
out.
far.
He's on the road. El Pepito's trying to block traffic, I think. Trains just coming through.
They timed that well.
Managed to avoid that.
Lot of traffic on the road. Okay, that white car's just turned off, which has helped them.
Another, dare I say, humming along. Don't want to jinx it like you say, but I've got the time to kill.
Yeah. Right, I'll leave you keep an eye on those guys. I'm going to go back and just check on modern logging and see how close to being finished or loaded they are. There's a nice load of logs here, Args. There's a nice load of logs here.
I've got 1:15. Probably need to be getting on the road, heading down to the sell point. It'd be interesting actually to see if teams go back and watch some of the data and sort of try and optimize the departure times and things like that.
That's right.
Exactly how much time they need to take. Because I think, looking at the score, looking at the time, R-Line's going to get here with at least 40 seconds to spare. He's taking it so slowly though. He didn't bother overtaking a car, let that get out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the same way he wants to go, which he probably wasn't counting on, but he's safely negotiated the corner. Rail crossing to go, and he'll be pulling into the sell point with at least 30 seconds to go. So, I don't know, another log possibly. But that's a great showing of our team esports. It's going to come down to the cost and profit though.
I think it is, and modern logging I think have thought that through as well, because they are continuing to load here. They've got a very neat load on the truck already, but I thought they were going to. I thought Cannonball Alex was going to leave then, but no. Modern logging's heading up the hill to grab a couple more logs.
That's interesting. That's certainly, again, I think we said about the spirit and the intent of the rules. I think penalties are definitely going to have to become a lot harsher.
Harsher for overrunning time.
Dissuade this sort of behaviour.
Yeah, but no, actually they've changed their mind. Or have they? No, Alex is away. He's decided that we're wasting too much time. And he is heading out of the arena now.
Okay.
With an incredibly neatly stacked truck. But again, being very cautious.
I was suitably impressed with Power Team Esports, though. They've got a lot of logs on there in a very short period of time. They went longer. They went longer, though, didn't they, than modern logging did.
They did. They did.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
But I don't think modern logging have gone optimal here. I think they've gone, and Alex has just saved a potential roll there. So nicely driven. Now he's going a different way. He's going high. He's going over the top rather than going down and through the shop area. He's taken a left, and he'll drop on further up at one of the other crossings.
Where he has to sort of jump the train tracks, I think.
That's right, I'm just tracking ahead to see where he goes. Yeah, it turns you back into the woods. There's a point at which he has to make a decision whether or not he wants to come over the tracks or not. Or follow the dirt road the whole way. And he's straight lining it. And he's going to run alongside the track actually, Args. He's not going to cross it until he gets to the road down here, and then he's going to use that crossing.
Probably a wise choice. He's going to slow down. It certainly seems to have learned a lot from that first match. They are, yeah, you're right. Their logs are not as short as they could have been. What are we shaping up on? Over 2 minutes at the moment, so they're going to carry quite some penalty. I reckon it's going to be pretty tight.
Still got to master these corners without... Okay, it's gone long as well. Interesting. Decision to go...
So I'm liking this. Oh, he has gone a long way. Well, the train's coming. The train's just gone past too.
Yeah. Time that almost to perfection. So he's going to hit the gap between the two sets of train tracks here, which will stop the timer. And he's rolled it as he's gone in as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it doesn't matter as much because they've actually crossed the finish line at that point. So, it's just a case of counting their load. We're having to skip forward time a little bit here because we've filled the...
Hey, Jayhawk. Yes, make sure we can sell everything and get a proper reading on their profits.
I reckon we're going to have to go through 2 days. So again, learns for us a few assumptions that we made about sell points and things like that have tripped us up a little bit as well. Extra point for that entrance. Yeah, I like that. Right, Hamish is processing.
Yep. We've sold some. Up on the truck. There we go. More.
It's down here trying to right his truck. In fact, I will help Alex now.
Right, that's Power Team Esports load sold. Alex down here with his truck.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
This wasteland of trucks all parked.
I know, it's just abandoned trucks everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, Alex can bring his truck down and we will be able to find out who is the winner.
What do we say? That's trucks for sale. Low hours.
Yeah, one careful owner.
One careful owner.
Except for that first truck that Modern Logging had, which was on its side about 15 times.
Including in the river.
Right, here comes Alex now to unload. And this will give us our numbers.
Sun low in the sky gives quite a nice light effect, doesn't it?
It does, especially on this map. This map's phenomenal. Still think this is a really, really nicely pulled together map. head and shoulders above all the other base game maps in my eyes.
All right. See what happens. We'll get some rulings soon from Hamish once he's got this load sold. I think, like you say, a speedy way to sell too to avoid is quite so much looking around.
Yeah.
May have been in a slight accident. Some scratches.
Note, well, Mark Hazelthwaite's just pointed out, actually, that zero connection with trains tonight.
Oh, full again. Just get more time. Might get some snow yet.
Yeah. Drum roll. And we are all sold. So, let's give Hamish a couple of minutes just to sort things out there, and we'll come back with the results.
Process those final values. We'll be good to go.
It's a nice
map. Nice map. That was interesting. Learnt lots, I think.
Definitely some food for thought, isn't there? In terms of...
what's your take on the trailer concept?
I like it. I think it adds a whole additional layer of chaos that we didn't have before. It's kind of changed. Oh, we are getting the snow. Look, there we go. Yay!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
No, I like it. I like the fact that you have no concept of how much is on your trailer until it's sold. I like the fact that different log length can impact it. I like the fact that the trailers tip over easily. Yeah, lots of additional things for the teams to think about, which is great.
Yeah, it's just that fine tuning the penalties and things like that. Which, if we have a look at the scorecard, we'll see what happened with this one.
Look at the scorecard. Yeah. James McCulloch, you can join if you want to be a part of. If you want to be a part of Logging League in the future, you can register your interest at loggingleague.com and either come in as an individual or as a team.
There we go. Indeed. Anyone's welcome. Now, interesting. There we see Power Team Esports, no time penalty, no penalties. In fact, they got through with 8 seconds, according to Hamish's ruling, and 33 grand profit.
That's the most we've seen tonight in terms of profit, isn't it?
It is. Biggest profit and the only team to finish without a penalty.
So they've played that very well there, timed it to perfection, which again I think is interesting because that proves then, doesn't it, that if you can nail the time, if you can get as close to 10 minutes as possible with an optimal load, that feels like still the best solution.
Yeah. The one thing I think we do have to be cautious of, and this is a learning as well, is skipping time. I'm just looking at the seasonal fluctuations on the score, on the
prices.
Menu, and there's not a huge fluctuation showing up on timber yet, but I guess we need to be careful that there wasn't a fluctuation or anything.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Args. If we set up a custom sell point, and we usually run the game, don't we, at 0 time, so we don't have that impact of sales. So yeah, but yeah, it's a fair point. Probably not a super accurate result based on tonight's test.
But from looking at the trucks, I would have said that the loads, the Power Team Esports had the bigger load.
Yes. No, definitely. Yeah.
Garino
saying lots to learn now.
Lots to learn for the teams. Yeah, they've got to rethink strategies, timings, all those kind of things. So,
and that is the last time they'll play on those courses as well. There's going to be entirely new courses for the next season. So, well worth considering that there are a few other elements to come along as well.
Correct, 100%. So right.
So there we go.
So it's us done. I see Farmer Hamish has just hopped into our chat as well. So while you can listen to us, Hamish, if you want to come off mute, you're welcome to.
Yes, and well done, mate, for juggling what's been a challenging evening, shall we call it?
I don't know if my
Yeah.
brain can manage conversation at this point. It's a bit frazzled. We got somewhere at least. It's good to see some of these concepts working and some of them not. So
Yeah.
I've got lots to look forward to when we start discussing the new courses and going from there.
Definitely. It was a worthwhile exercise, and yeah, we should definitely say thanks to all the guys who threw their hats into the ring tonight to be guinea pigs. So thank you to all of the guys.
Yeah, hanging around as we got through our technical difficulties and learnt a lot. So
indeed,
thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you for helping out with that. So,
and big shout out,
Hamish, awesome. Thank you.
To Hamish, to Mark Haythornthwaite as well, who's done a lot in the background. So big shout out. Could not do it without you two. So we are indebted to you. So thank you for that. And
very good.
Some food for thought, some things to develop, and keep an eye out, because I think we'll probably look at doing another test or something ahead of the new season as well before we go live, won't we? So we'll fine tune a few things and have another go.
100%. Yeah, I think we were talking about maybe cutting the season down to 4 rounds plus a final, so we can do that all through the first half of the year. Maybe February, March, April, May. Can't even do February, May, June, July. How is that consecutive months? February, March, April, May. They go in a row.
Yeah.
For the 4 rounds and then the finals in June.
We'll see if we can persuade Giants to let us run the finals at FarmCon.
I've got to get there first.
That's true. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Here we go.
Just dangle that carrot.
Yeah. You could do a live challenge at Llama, maybe.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Thought about that. That's starting to feel very close as well, and I'm not organised for that either. Just to add to the list. I'll add to the list of things we're not organised for. Right. Thank you all.
Wrap it up, eh? Yes.
We appreciate it. Thank you for the support and sticking with us. I've had very consistent throughout the whole stream. It's been consistently sitting around about 80 to 100 people, so I appreciate you all hanging on.
Legends. Yes, very good. All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your day. Go and watch the football highlights or replay or whatever you're going to do.
I will indeed.
Or
and
head on a pillow.
Yeah, that too. And I'll see you for Aussie Farms in the morning, mate. And
indeed. Yeah, we will. Yeah, true. Forgot about that.
And thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, take care, team.
And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.